What is up guys, welcome back to the Dan Cam, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a 5-hour edit challenge for myself, and I'm going to be editing a wedding video for my friend, and it's actually the first time I'm doing a wedding video. So normally I like to take my time to do my own videos, I can take up to a few days or maybe even a week or so just to make a good edit, and I just want to challenge myself to make a legitimate video under a time constraint, just as how videographers do same day edits for like weddings and all that. So yeah, hopefully through this process, I get to learn something about how I edit and maybe share with you some tips on how I speed up my workflow. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this process, and without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that I did in these 5 hours was to sort my files. And this may seem like something that is a no-brainer, like of course you have to sort your files, but actually the way you sort your files is very important, because if you don't sort them properly, you actually end up wasting a lot of time editing your video, and the whole process just becomes so frustrating because every time you're looking for a specific file, whether it's a sound effect, a text, or a particular footage, you have to spend so much time just going through so many different files that are not sorted properly. So the way that I sort my files, I normally sort them according to audio, and under audio I split them up into sound effects and songs, and I also split up my footages according to the camera that I use. In this case I use the A7 II and the A6500. So in that way it saves me a lot of time, because I know which cameras have certain angles, certain focal range that I want, and I can just easily find the file that I need because I know exactly where it is in the folders. The second thing that I do is to label my clips. And this actually takes up a bit of time, but I feel that it's really helpful and actually speeds up your workflow quite a bit. So firstly, it helps you familiarize yourself with the different angles and the content that you have filmed. And secondly, because you have labeled your clips according to the content that you have filmed, it'll be a lot easier to locate that clip later on when you're going back to it. On top of that, you can use the in and out function when you're viewing your clips and labeling them, such that you can easily drag them onto your timeline and you don't have to go through the whole entire clip again. So yeah, this is just something that I will spend some time to do. Even though it takes a bit of time, I feel that it really speeds up my edit later on and makes things a lot easier when I'm going through the footage and I'm trying to find a clip that I want to use. Tip number 3 is using markers. Editing according to the music that you're using is actually very crucial in making your video look more professional and entertaining to watch, but doing so can take up a lot of time because you have to keep playing and pausing and cutting your video to match the beat exactly, and then you have to check again and again, and it can just take a bit of time. A quick way you can solve that is by using markers, which are really useful. Before you start throwing in your clips onto the timeline, throw in your music first, and then you start adding markers onto the timeline according to the beat of the music. With these markers in place, you can easily cut your clips according to the beat just by following these markers, and you don't have to spend so much time going back and forth just to make sure that your clips are cut to the music. Last but not least is creating your own assets. So assets are files that you keep inside a folder that you can use to enhance your video, whether is it music, sound effects, transitions, or even LUT text. And having these assets makes it a lot easier for you to add effects and flavor to your video without having to waste so much time to search for them online over and over again. So for example, like if you use Epidemic Sound, you can constantly look for music that you will want to use in the future, download it into a particular folder and sort them according to the different genres that they use, so that in the future if you want to use a particular music, you know exactly where to find it and you don't have to go to Epidemic Sound and stream a bunch of music just to find something that is suitable. Personally, I have created a folder of sound effects that I have found and used in the previous projects, and I just keep constantly building up on these assets to make sure that I have as many sound effects that I can use in the future, so that I don't have to go online to look for them again. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I did editing the video. And yeah, do let me know what you think of the video that I did in this challenge, and I'll appreciate that feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.